Are you a hiker or trail runner getting ready for the springtime and summer, trying to hit the trails, but really not too sure how they're doing? Maybe has been dealing with some injuries? Well, today I've got 3 assessment exercises that you can do to make sure that you're good to go, or maybe you need to wait off and get yourself tuned up before you hit the trails. Number one, we're going to be looking at our ankle. It's going to go over some dorsiflexion. That's going to bring those toes up to our knee, or allowing our knee to go forward with that. So what we want to do is, by a wall, we're going to try to have our toes roughly start from like about touching the wall, and we'll work our way backward, and seeing how far we can go, trying to keep our heel down the entire time while we try to lunge forward and trying to get the knee to touch the wall. So with my left one, I can do pretty well from a decent distance of about 2.5 inches away to get my knee to touch. However, here's a part of a fault. So if I have my toes slightly removed on my right one and try to lunge through, I can't just quite get my knee to touch that wall. So this ankle is a failure while my left one passes. The second thing we can kind of look at is seeing where we are with some of our balance. So we're going to first do this with our eyes open, and second, we're going to do it with our eyes closed. So first, we're going to just try to mess around with doing a single leg stance. And we can kind of play around and seeing where we are, trying to make sure that that knee stays pretty straight, allowing ourselves to have a little bit of a play with it, and making sure our body's not correcting ourselves. This is really important when we go through some runs, making sure we're able to have balance, and if we get thrown off balance, that we're able to correct ourselves. The second part I want to do is with our eyes closed. Let's see if you can kind of find that kind of balance as we go through this. Having minor corrections is fine, but we want to make sure that our knees are not collapsing all the way in, and then our body's not falling over as we go through this, especially as we start fatiguing. That's when it really matters, when we fatigue during our run. And last but not least is the step down test. So here I have my couch. Ideally you have something a little bit smaller than this to test this out. But the big thing, what we're trying to do is make sure we're able to touch down softly, smoothly, and without a bunch of failures. So if I demonstrate with that, you don't hear me. However, if I go this way, you can hear that fall. The other thing we're looking for when we step down correctly, it should be soft and the knee should still be straight. So it should be having that impact with the knee over the toes, making sure we're not putting ourselves at any kinds of risk for knee injuries, ankle injuries, or anything up the chain. I'm Dr. Joe with Performance and Recovery Clinic, located here in the Roaring Fork Valley. If you are planning on hiking and trail running and you failed any of these tests, well, you should definitely make an appointment sometime soon, either with me or another trusted healthcare professional. You can find us at rfvchiro.com or give us a call at 970-837-7232. See you guys soon. Enjoy your spring and summer and hit those trails hard.